Hi Cancer, this is your July 22nd through the 28th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. In the second spread, we'll check in with those of you who are already involved with somebody. In the third spread, we'll see love from the past. Spread number 4 is work, business, and finances. And the final spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. So this first spread is a new love this week, Cancer. We have the Fool clarified by the Page of Cups. We have the Three of Cups clarified by the Nine of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Cups with the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands, and we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries, maybe a Sagittarius, but you could be dealing with pretty much any zodiac sign. And I'd like to thank you, Cancer. It's a very straightforward, easy reading for me to interpret, but don't get me wrong, it doesn't make it less beautiful, it doesn't make it any less significant. But it is a fairly straightforward reading. Nothing complex about it. Alright, so somebody will either ask you out on a date, and you guys will probably go someplace loud with music, with dancing, I don't know, something I'm on. It could be a concert, it could be someone's birthday, or if you are going already to that type of an event, that person will approach you at that event. And the rest is history, Cancer. It really is. It really is history. Right? It's that simple. Yeah, we start with the Fool clarified by the Page of Cups. The Fool could be an Aries you're dealing with, but the Fool is a card of taking a leap of faith. The Fool is a card of somebody who is going to say, you know what, I will never find out what happens if I don't ask this Cancer out, or I will never find out what happens if I don't invite this Cancer to a dance, or if I don't purchase a beverage for this Cancer, or if I don't approach this Cancer at that event. That's what the Fool clarified by the Page of Cups are all about. One of those 3, 4, 5 that I mentioned. And the next card that came out is the Three of Cups clarified by the Nine of Cups. Both of those two cards could be interpreted as cards of parties. Parties. Yeah, it could be someone's birthday party, it could be a club, it could be a concert, it could be a game, a show where people, it just could be some kind of a gathering where people get together and they celebrate. And it will most likely be a pretty loud place. Hence the two party cards, one clarifying another. The Nine of Cups, by the way, is also a card of a wish come true. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune could be interpreted as multiple zodiac signs. I usually go with a Sagittarius because of Jupiter in the middle of the Wheel of Fortune. But it's simply a start of a cycle. A very fortunate cycle, Cancer. Hence the word fortune in its name. Alright, and the rest of the spread is that smooth sailing. The rest of the spread is that history I was referring to. The rest of the spread contains 2 aces. Right, one is on the bottom of the deck, that Ace of Pentacles, all the way to your right, and one is in the beginning of the potential outcome. 2 aces, right? The Ace of Cups is all about true, genuine, authentic love. The Ace of Pentacles always comes from somebody who is ready to settle down, ready to start a family. This ace is often referred to as a golden opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. And this ace often comes through as a card of a marriage proposal. Speaking of marriages, the Four of Wands in the middle of the potential outcome is exactly that. Some people call it the 11-11 card. To me personally, that card always reminds me of an actual wedding. Okay, and the Eight of Wands right next to the deck, it could be interpreted as a card of the Cupid's arrows. So there's definitely a lot of love here, especially together with the Ace of Cups. But it's also a card of literally going somewhere. Maybe you will go somewhere for your wedding, right? Or maybe you will fly over somewhere, or maybe you will relocate. And I don't know where you're meeting. Maybe you're meeting in Vegas. I don't know. Or you may fly out to Vegas and get married. Not necessarily this week. Not necessarily this week, but definitely a commitment. So from what I see here, this is going to be like an instant connection. And somebody's going to take a leap of faith, shoot the shot with that Fool and a Page of Cups, and it's going to work. Alright, Cancer, that's pretty much it. It's a short reading, but if I were to spend any more time on this, I would be sounding like a broken record. Alright, really happy for you. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Cancer, this spread is for you. We have the Page of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Cups. We have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Well, Cancer, what do you notice right away? Take a few seconds, look at it. What do you notice right away? If your answer is children, then we're on the same page with you. I count 4. I count 4 children, right? 2 pages, and there's 2 more on the Six of Cups, right? So you will not be able to escape children this week in some shape or form. In some shape, or maybe you have kids, not necessarily 4. You may only have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you have kids and how many you got. Right? But yeah, you got kids, you got children. Everything is revolving around kids this week, for sure. The thing about the Six of Cups, though, it's also a card of something or someone from the past, right? Maybe you're going to go somewhere to where you've been before, where you grew up. Maybe you're going to take your kids where you grew up or something like that. Or maybe you're going to go with your kids where you've been before, maybe like a theme park or something like that. All right, it could be a birthday coming up. The Page of Wands could be a fire sign child. And Leo is a fire sign. We're just starting Leo birthday season this week. Maybe it has something to do with that. The Ace of Swords, right next to the deck. It's a card of clarity. It's a card of yes. The Ace of Swords is one of the yes cards of the tarot deck. Maybe your kids want to go back to, I don't know, Disneyland or one of those, or Six Flags, or I don't know. And maybe you're going to say, yes, okay, sure, let's go. All right? So yeah, it's all about kids, and there's definitely an element from the past here, and it looks good. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Cancer. This week, keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent next. We have the Knight of Cups, we have Death, the Three of Swords, and the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or any zodiac sign. You know, it's one of those readings where I got kind of excited, kind of hopeful when the Knight of Cups showed up, but the rest of the spread is Death and the Three of Swords. So I was like, oh, right? The Chariot on the bottom of the deck, that's actually you. It's your major arcana card. And you do have somebody coming back with that Knight of Cups. But you're either turning them down because you don't want to go through the same pain that you think you'll go again if you were to get back together with this person. Perhaps you're like 100% sure that they'll eventually leave you, that they will eventually break your heart again, even if they're on their best behavior now. But yeah, the Three of Swords is the last card that came out, right? So yeah, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. Death in the middle is a card of an ending. It's also a Scorpio card, but it is a card of an ending, right? Death would have been, I guess, okay if the Three of Swords wasn't there as the last card. In this case, Death together with the Three of Swords is definitely a no-go. You know, and the Knight of Cups, yeah, it is the most romantic, the most loving night out of all 4 nights, but you know, the Three of Swords, that's it. It's done. There's no point of going back there. There's no point in entertaining this, Cancer. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Cancer. This week we have the Five of Pentacles clarified by Death. We have the Magician. We have the Fool clarified by the Star, and we also have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Aquarius, or any zodiac sign. Well, Cancer, this will be applicable to you for the most part if your financial situation could use some improvement. Say in the past you lost a job. I'm not predicting anybody losing a job. No, I'm not. But if you got laid off, or you got fired, or you're just not making enough money with your current job, all of that is going to change, right? Things are about to get better. Or maybe you could be getting some money. God forbid anybody passed away in the past. Again, I'm not predicting anybody passing away, but maybe somebody passed away and you've been waiting for like life insurance money to be paid to you. Maybe that's what's happening this week. Okay, so yeah, we start with the Five of Pentacles clarified by death. The Five of Pentacles is a card of not having enough money or feeling left out in the cold, feeling sad and miserable, right? And death, clarifying it, it could be the reason why. Perhaps something came to an end in the past. And the examples would be, as I already mentioned, losing a job, losing something, losing someone, or something like that, right? The rest of the spread is that Five of Pentacles becoming a thing of the past, right? The Magician is a card of manifestation, but it's also a card of taking action. The Magician is also a card of somebody who is really good at what they do. So you could become the Magician, you could start taking action, you could start thinking outside the box, you could start being creative. If one thing doesn't work, don't give up, try another thing. Or the Magician could be somebody who is going to help you find a job or help you with your financial situation, right? It could be a recruiter, it could be a hiring manager, maybe somebody's going to teach you something. All right, and then we have the Fool clarified by the Star. The Fool is a card of liberation, right? It's also a card of taking a leap of faith. The Star, clarifying that, is a card of a wish come true, right? Something people usually wish for and hope for a very long time. The Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is a card of generosity. It's also a card of money coming in. It's often also a card of money coming in and money going out. So let me give you an example. You get paid and then you pay your bills, right? So it's money in, money out. All right. Perhaps the Magician is like a government worker and they can help you get some money from the government or something like that. All right. Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Cancer. We have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Cups. We have the Page of Cups clarified by the Chariot. We have the King of Swords, and we also have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. What's interesting about this reading, Cancer, is the King of Swords right next to the deck. That was the last card that came out. Another interesting thing is that we have you in this reading as well. We have you in this reading twice. The Queen of Cups and the Chariot, those two cards represent you, Cancer. So maybe this is you reaching out to this King of Swords, and you're just not expecting that you need to reach out to them at this point, but at some point during the week you will need to reach out to them. Right, so the King of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so somebody with a lot of air in their chart. If they're not an air sign, it could be like a lawyer, a government worker, somebody who wears uniform for work, somebody who is very intelligent, like a professor, or something like that. Right, and I think for most of you, this is you reaching out to them. Okay, because the Page of Cups is clarified by the Chariot, right? The Chariot is your major arcana card. That's you. I'm a little puzzled as to why the Ten of Pentacles came out first. Maybe you just want to get some sort of a consultation, right, in regards to either money or real estate, home, family, right, or what have you, because the Ten of Pentacles, that the Queen of Cups is clarifying, that you are clarifying, the Ten of Pentacles is a card of a lot of money, it's a card of financial abundance, it's also a card of a home, real estate, and it's a card of marriage. All right, perhaps you're already married to this King of Swords. All right, the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a card of a lot of communication, and it's also a card of literally going somewhere. Okay, literally going somewhere. And the Chariot, by the way, if we forget for a second that the Chariot is one of your major arcana cards, the Chariot is also a card of going somewhere. Those two cards, as a matter of fact, are the two fastest cards in the deck. So maybe it has something to do with some kind of a trip or transportation or something like that. But that's what you're not expecting. So that's what I have for you, Cancer, for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Cancer, have an amazing week.